Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The event will begin in 10 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. The event will begin in 5 minutes.
It is a pleasure to introduce a special and important addition to Convocation ceremonies that reminds us all of the ancestral lands of the First Peoples of Canada. This song is called a victory song that will start us off in a good way at every one of our Convocation ceremonies. Over the past hundreds of years, there have been many victory songs that have been passed down through generations. These songs have a special power to them and therefore carry such great meaning, as this song correlates with the treaties signed with the Crown and the First Peoples of Canada. The treaties were agreements signed as a foundation for ongoing relationships in understanding one another, so that we live together in a respectful relationship as we move forward together to advance reconciliation. We present this song to uplift the spirit and to encourage all of us to come together to sing and dance in victory for the graduates' accomplishments. It is my pleasure today to introduce the victory song, and I extend gratitude to our traditional singers and cultural ambassadors, Lyle Tutusis, Monty Sunchild, Al Crawford, Adrian Lachance, Colin Rain, and Jade Tutusis, who have pre-recorded the victory song for the U of A Convocation ceremonies. If you are able, please remain standing. Whatsoever things are true, a promise made here at the University of Alberta over 100 years ago. Today we are gathered to celebrate this commitment to ourselves and to our community. We celebrate with all those who will leave here today with their degrees. May you continue to seek truth. May you continue to serve in our global home. May you continue to grow in wisdom and understanding. And may you continue to uphold the university's values of integrity, freedom, and the equality and dignity of all persons, to create a community filled with promise for the future and goodwill toward all. Please be seated. Welcome everyone to the University of Alberta. My name is Peggy Garrity, and I have the great privilege of serving as the Chancellor of the University and conferring all of your degrees this afternoon. I'd like to acknowledge that the University of Alberta is located on Treaty 6 territory and the homelands of the Métis. In stating this, we must recognize our responsibility to work in relationship alongside First Nation and Métis people and their communities on our way forward, and in good relations in uplifting the whole people for the next 7 generations and the university for tomorrow. On behalf of the entire university community, I'm delighted to welcome you to this convocation. It's an exciting day for all of us. It's also a unique day. You are the first class to convocate from the Universiade Pavilion since 2005. When we were informed that the Jubilee Auditorium would not be available for convocation, we did what all of us have learned to do so well over the past few years. We pivoted, explored options, took another challenge in stride, and found ways to transform the Butterdome into what all of you see today. And what's most important about today's celebration is not the location, but it's about all of you, our graduates, what you've accomplished, and all the hard work, determination, and perseverance that has brought you to this day. Graduands, we are very pleased that so many of your friends and family members could join us to celebrate your degrees. As you participate in today's ceremony, you are walking in the footsteps of many generations of scholars. And each of the traditions you see on the stage and throughout the ceremony today have special meaning and significance. Today's formal opening procession to the stage, led by our Chief Marshal and the University Mace, originates with the procession of the Guild of Teachers. Such guilds in past centuries were dedicated to the pursuit of knowledge, just as our university is today. The many different academic gowns, hoods, and caps here on the stage today reflect centuries of university tradition. As Chancellor, I wear University of Alberta colors of green and gold. The different colors of your own faculty hoods signify to everyone here and to our society the degree that you have earned. Your caps, those Oxford-style mortarboards, may be considered a symbol of the scholar's independence and freedom. These symbols and traditions remind us of our connections to the past, but seeing your faces today and conferring your degree is all about the future. It's about your futures and the future you will create for our communities and the world. We will hear from a member of our Board of Governors and our university president. We will also hear from Dr. Catherine Bell, who received an honorary doctorate of laws, our university's highest honor, at this morning's ceremony. An honorary degree recognizes inspiring role models and leaders, celebrating extraordinary achievements or remarkable service to our society. And I'm so proud that we were able to celebrate Dr. Bell's honorary degree this morning and this afternoon. Following the presentation of the honorary degree, we will begin with the recognition of your degrees. One of our deans will present you on behalf of the faculties, and our president will guide you through your pledge to pursue the encouragement of learning and the public good. It will then be my great honor to admit you to your degrees and confer upon you all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities that come with being a university graduate. Then it will be your turn to be up here with us. Each of you will cross the stage as your name is called, and I'm sure that for everyone here, that will be the most important moment of this afternoon. Your degree will actually be conferred as I congratulate you and we meet each other on the stage. So please take a moment to pause so I can congratulate each and every one of you. That moment will bind you and the University of Alberta together for all time. President and Vice Chancellor Bill Flanagan and Board of Governors member Rakesh Saraf join me here in recognizing your accomplishments today. We're also joined by Elder Heather Poitras, who is here today to extend a special recognition to Indigenous members of our learning community. Distinguished guests on the Convocation stage also include a number of community leaders and members of the Academy. I'm very pleased that the deans and professors from our faculties of graduate and postdoctoral studies, law, business, and kinesiology, sport, and recreation are here to congratulate each graduand as you cross the stage. We're all here to welcome you to the University of Alberta alumni family. I hope you enjoy the day. And now I'd like to start by inviting greetings from our Board of Governors.
Good afternoon. Eminent Chancellor Garrity, President Flanagan, distinguished guests, graduates, families, and friends. I'm very pleased to participate in this special day on behalf of the Board of Governors and to bring the board's greetings and hearty congratulations. Today is a day of celebration when the entire university community, along with your families and friends, gathers to celebrate the graduating class of 2024. It's also a day to celebrate the university, which, by virtue of this marvelous milestone, has successfully provided you with the academic resources to support your engagement with issues and opportunities of 2024 and into the future. Collectively and cooperatively, you will be the generation that moves society forward in the arts, in the economy, in knowledge, discovery, and research. You have been changed over the years at the U of A. The knowledge you have gained here will enable you to thoughtfully address society's issues, influence others, shape our collective future. According to statistics in Canada, less than a third of Canadians possess a university degree, and your wonderful achievement comes with responsibility. You are the kind of citizen who will apply critical thought, share your knowledge, foster common understanding, and employ the skills you've gained here to better society in a competent, thoughtful, ethical, and engaged way today, tomorrow, and from now on. Our very heartfelt congratulations to you, your families, friends, and supporters. Be proud, savor the success, enjoy today, and we wish you the very best for the future. Thank you.
And now I'd like to invite President Bill Flanagan to address Convocation.
Thank you, Chancellor Garrity. It's wonderful to be with all of you here today. A very warm welcome to our guest speaker and honorary degree recipient, Dr. Catherine Bell, our many guests in the audience, and above all, the graduating class of 2024. Crossing the stage today marks a tremendous achievement. And reaching this milestone is a culmination of your personal growth and determination that no doubt saw many late nights and early mornings. It reflects your skills and your talents. And during your studies, you faced many changes and challenges, including a global pandemic. Your ability to adapt, to find solutions, to support one another will forever be an important part of your university story. And your journey at one of the world's top universities has equipped you with the skills and knowledge to thrive as a global citizen in a rapidly changing world. Inquiry is at the heart of everything we do at the University of Alberta. We pose challenging questions. We are deeply curious about the world around us. From the lab to the classroom, you have been encouraged to share in this curiosity, asking questions and building a better world for all. You have learned from and explored alongside some of the world's brightest minds, renowned researchers, professors, artists, and your fellow students. And curiosity fosters inspiration, innovation, and impact. It all begins with a simple question. What if? What if hydrogen could help us in our search for net zero energy solutions? What if we look to Indigenous knowledge to help alleviate food security challenges? What if we explored blending the arts and technology to increase language fluency in children? What if we could use artificial intelligence to help find a cure for diabetes? Being curious and asking questions starts us on the path of discovery that can change lives and improve the world. It isn't always easy to follow your curiosity. There may be roadblocks along the way, but your tenacity will serve you well, just as it has for many U of A researchers who have built a legacy of high-impact research, such as virologist Dr. Michael Houghton. His relentless curiosity resulted in the discovery of the hepatitis C virus, a cure, and a Nobel Prize in Medicine in 2020. Or Dr. Jennifer Jennings, the Canada Research Chair at the Alberta School of Business, who is internationally recognized for her groundbreaking work on women in entrepreneurship. And for those of you who have completed graduate studies in business, I know you will continue to nurture your drive for innovation and seek new ways for businesses to thrive and grow, bringing economic opportunity to all. And to those of you graduating in law, you are now equipped to go out in the world and help those in need of legal assistance, where you can make an enormous difference in helping your clients and advancing justice for all. And to our graduates in kinesiology, sport, and recreation, your expertise will help you advance human health and wellness. Your work will make health and recreation services more equitable, accessible, and culturally appropriate. And as you move on to your next chapter, stay curious, seek new adventures, venture down pathways of possibilities. Explore every opportunity you can. Continue to find ways to challenge yourself and build a better world. And as you graduate today, I hope that you will remember the strong connections that you have forged at your time at the University of Alberta. These bonds with your peers, fellow students, and mentors can last a lifetime. Cherish and nurture these relationships. And today, you are joining in an alumni community of over 300,000 U of A graduates, a community that drives transformation in as many ways as you can imagine. U of A alumni provide leadership in every sector, in every corner of society. Companies founded by U of A alumni generate more than $250 billion in revenue every year, equivalent to the GDP of New Zealand. U of A alumni have founded more than 75,000 for-profit and not-for-profit companies. More than half of the almost 1 million jobs created by U of A alumni are right here in Alberta. This means that nearly a quarter of Alberta's workforce works in a company founded by a graduate from the University of Alberta. We are a university of tremendous impact. And as you move forward, each of you will forge your own story that embraces your potential. And as so many U of A alumni have, I know that you will lead with purpose and make meaningful contributions to your families, communities, and professions. We are enormously proud of you and can't wait to see what you will accomplish as you move forward. We are curious to see the difference you will make in the world. Congratulations and best wishes.
Knowledge shall not be the concern of scholars alone. The uplifting of the whole people shall be its final goal.
They inspire us all with their brilliance, creative force, and fervent desire to make the world a better place.
I accept in the name of our poor people.
Dream your dreams. It is possible to have a new kind of world.
Those who receive an honorary degree from the University of Alberta set the highest standards of dedication and excellence for students and for society at large.
It is a good day to be you.
Remember who you are. Remember where you come from.
And while their backgrounds and fields of endeavor vary widely, all are exceptional.
Maybe it's best if I just speak from the heart.
I will remember you.
How lucky are you to be armed with one of the greatest educations in the world and to be living in this country at this very point in human history?
We face today a clash of ignorances.
You are who make the history. You are who create the future.
U of A honorary degree recipients embody the university's vision to inspire the human spirit through outstanding achievements in learning, discovery, and citizenship in a creative community.
Your generation will be called upon to balance what is now moving quickly to a tipping point.
I think we are now in the threshold of a new beginning.
It is a spirit that is building one of the world's great universities for the public good.
It is your attitude that will sustain you. It is not what happens to you, it is what you do with it.
Go out and not simply change the world, go out and save the world. That is what I would seek you to do.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of the University of Alberta, it is my privilege to introduce Dr. Catherine Bell. At this morning's convocation ceremony, Dr. Bell received the honorary degree of Doctor of Laws, our institution's highest honor. We're delighted that she will share her convocation address with our graduates and guests this afternoon. A Professor Emerita of Law at the University of Alberta, Professor Bell is a distinguished legal scholar whose career spans over 3 decades. Her innovative work in Indigenous legal education and advocacy has left an indelible mark on the academic and legal landscapes of Canada. As the first full-time professor at the University of Alberta to focus on the intersection of Canadian law and Indigenous rights, she was instrumental in advancing the understanding and protection of Indigenous legal issues long before they gained widespread recognition. Professor Bell's contributions to Indigenous heritage law, policy, and practice are profound. She has been a driving force behind significant reforms in Métis rights and has championed collaborative research methods that honor Indigenous knowledge and perspectives. Her efforts in developing and teaching courses across Canada, including the Program of Legal Studies for Native People and the Nunavut Law Program, have broadened access to legal education for Indigenous students, empowering them to advocate for their communities effectively. Among her notable achievements is the co-development of the low-income clinical law course and the experiential learning program on Gladue sentencing principles at the University of Alberta Faculty of Law. These initiatives have provided practical legal training and have underscored the importance of supporting vulnerable populations through accessible legal services. Professor Bell's dedication to experiential learning has enriched the curriculum and inspired countless students to pursue careers that prioritize justice and equity. Professor Bell's scholarly work, including functional texts on Métis settlements and cultural heritage law, have garnered general national and international acclaim. Her leadership in projects like the Intellectual Property and Cultural Heritage Project and her involvement with the Indigenous Heritage Circle highlight her commitment to preserving and respecting Indigenous cultural heritage and laws. In recognition of her outstanding contributions, Dr. Bell has received numerous prestigious awards, including the Canadian Bar Association Raymond John Natition Governor General's Gold Medal. Her influence extends beyond academia as she continues to work on critical issues such as the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples and the reform of heritage law and policy. Professor Bell's career serves as a testament to the transformative power of legal scholarship and advocacy in fostering a more inclusive and equitable society. Today, we honor her profound impact on legal education, her unwavering support for Indigenous rights, and her commitment to justice. Eminent Chancellor, with great pride and respect, I present Dr. Catherine Bell.
Well, I never thought I'd be up here today, I can tell you that. This truly is an honor for me. Thank you, Dean Billingsley, for those very kind words and introduction. Chancellor Garrity, President Flanagan, Elder Patra, distinguished platform guests, friends, family, and most importantly, the graduates of 224. I'm grateful to receive this honorary degree and to celebrate with you here on Treaty 6 territory, the traditional lands of the Cree, Blackfoot, Métis, Nakota Sioux, Dene, Ojibwe, Sato, and Anishinaabe nations. When I received an invitation to speak to you, it was suggested that I share some of my story, what inspired me, and insights that I gained reflecting on my experience. I'm the daughter of an orphan and an immigrant. Back and forth from the orphanage, my mother survived 22 foster homes, was adopted at the age of 15, only to be abandoned again at the age of 20 for marrying a hardworking, poor immigrant. My father walked 10 kilometers to work, sometimes in -30, and Mom stretched a dime more than most people could stretch a dollar. Yet I did not know that we were poor. We performed magic. Some shows paid us in presents for family parties, and grocers gave us scraps from their hats to feed rabbits that we pulled out of hats. We had laughter and love, music and magic, inspiration and education in our lives every day. Mom and Dad put each other through university here at the University of Alberta. Mom became a much-loved teacher, and my father, one of the first mature students, the supervisor of the Children's Library downtown. They gave much to the community here, including establishing the old Strathcona Model and Toy Museum. My little brother Scott died when I was 11 years old. Devastated by his death, I skipped school, I smoked, I got into trouble, I stayed out late, I was often in trouble and often feeling out of place. At the age of 13, I went to a boarding school in a small prairie city, a city where I witnessed classism and racism for the first time. Experiences that I am acutely aware that I only observed and others live every day. It was a turning point in my life. I did not know any lawyers. I did not plan on becoming a law professor. I did know that I wanted more fairness in a very unfair world. Where my words failed me, music and poetry helped me to speak and to feel. But I thought if I really wanted to make a difference, I needed to master another language, one of argument and reason. When Aboriginal and treaty rights were recognized in the Canadian Constitution, I was attending law school at the University of Saskatchewan. I was shocked to learn how Canadian law treated Indigenous peoples. It was 1982, and I was 22. When the Alberta Métis settlement sued the province of Alberta for alleged violation of their constitutional rights, I left my job as a lawyer in Edmonton to do graduate work and to learn more. I was really disillusioned at first. In 1989, I told a judge that I taught Aboriginal constitutional law and that I taught poverty law. He asked me whether I taught any real law classes. 35 years later, All Canadian law schools have courses on Indigenous rights, and most have clinics to help low-income individuals. 224 is also the 10th anniversary of the calls to action of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission of Canada. Greater efforts have been made to deepen the place and understanding of Indigenous knowledge, laws, and experience in teaching, research, and practice skills across all disciplines. However, many calls to action remain unanswered, and there is much more work to be done. Of the many lessons that I learned, I'll speak briefly to 4. The first is that education is a privilege that empowers you. The hard work that got you here provides a solid foundation to meet opportunities and challenges in your careers and in your communities. Your education gives you the tools to keep learning, to contribute, and to make a difference. Someone is always going to disagree with you. For me, the most important people to be accountable to are myself, the people that I love, and the people who are affected by my words and by my actions. Second, I learned resilience in the face of challenge and not to be afraid to go after my dream. One of my mentors and dear friends, Elder and Dr. Sagej Youngblood Henderson, helped me to focus on what I can do, not what I can't do. Among his many contributions, he worked with Indigenous peoples from around the world on drafting and the eventual adoption of the United Nations Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, a process that took 30 years. While some governments have committed to its implementation and others have not, there is no doubt that it is having an effect in various sectors across Canada. I do get very frustrated with how slow progress can be. Then I think of the people who taught me to use the gifts that I have, and that old saying, the person who moves mountains begins by carrying away small stones. The third lesson I learned was that collaboration and dialogue can make the impossible possible. Nothing I ever achieved of any meaning or consequence I did on my own. My friend and mentor, Justice Beverly Brown, inspired me and demonstrated in her work the need for dialogue and collaboration with various actors in the justice system for courts to be accessible and to be serving the communities that they are intended to serve. I collaborated with her and other members of the justice system, including Debbie Klein from ECLC, who is here today, Catherine Weaver, who was with Legal Aid at the time, and many others, Indigenous governments and organizations, students and colleagues from across disciplines to develop courses and to do my research. I made mistakes and I learned from those mistakes. In this increasingly conflict-ridden world, it can be difficult to speak when people do not want to listen, and to collaborate to effect change when circumstances divide us and affect us in such deeply personal ways. In Canada, we have the right to express our differences and to come together to advance our goals peacefully, lawfully, without hate, without intimidation, and without violence. Although sometimes I find it very difficult, I believe it is only when we listen and when we engage in dialogue with each other, regardless of how strong our differences, that we build trust and that we find solutions. Finally, always find time for those you love and the things that you love to do, because this will sustain you and keep you grounded. I want to thank my family and my friends for their love and support, including Deanna, who entered and enriched my life when she was 13 and I was 30 years old, my father, who passed away in 2017, my mother's brothers, niece and nephew, and their families, who are here to celebrate with me today. In sharing a bit of my story, I hope that I have shone a light on the exciting possibilities that lie ahead for you, regardless of your discipline, if you're determined and if you're hopeful in creating the work that you want to do and the world that you want to live in. My heartfelt congratulations to the graduates of 224 and to your families.
Thank you so much, Dr. Bell. At the U of A, we strive to be difference makers, and your story, your accomplishments, your leadership, and your determination are an inspiration to all of us. You clearly are a difference maker, and we're so grateful that you're part of the University of Alberta family. Thank you. And now, graduates, it's your turn. As the name of each graduate is called across the stage, I will formally admit you to your degrees and will have an opportunity to congratulate you. On your journey across the stage, you will walk past the University of Alberta ceremonial mace. It's there, standing over there. Centuries ago, I understand that the mace was a symbol of authority over life and death, and I want to assure everyone that that is no longer the case. Today, this mace represents the life-changing power of knowledge and the importance of our university and our graduates in the community. I look forward to meeting every one of you up here on the stage.
Will the candidates for degrees please rise, if you are able? You will be asked to provide a spoken response for the pledge with the President, which will appear on the screen shortly. Eminent Chancellor and President, on behalf of the faculties, I present to you these scholars and ask that they be pledged and admitted to the degrees to which they are entitled.
Now, to our graduates, when you reply to the pledge, I want you to raise the roof. Do you promise faithfully to observe and loyally to maintain the statutes, customs, privileges, and liberties of this, your university? Do you solemnly promise to conduct yourself in all things loyally and faithfully to the honor of your university, the encouragement of learning, and the good of your country?
These things I pledge myself to do.
Well done.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the legislature of this province, and with the consent of this university, I admit you to the degrees to which you are entitled and invest you with all the powers, rights, and privileges pertaining to such degrees. I charge you to use them for the uplifting of the whole people, to inspire the human spirit, to serve your community for the public good, and to pursue more steadfastly whatsoever things are true. Please be seated.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Barbara Billingsley and Professor Ali Shiri, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Law and Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Megan Elizabeth Taves. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Barbara Billingsley, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Law. For the degree of Juris Doctor, recipient of the Horace Harvey Medal in Law, Gwyneth Elizabeth Bergman with distinction.
Gwyneth Elizabeth Bergman is this year's recipient of the Horace Harvey Medal in Law. This is awarded to the graduating student with the highest academic standard for the Juris Doctor degree. It was endowed by the late Horace Harvey, former Chief Justice of Alberta. And during her law degree program, she co-authored a chapter for the CanLII Criminal Law ebook and contributed to a forthcoming publication with the University of Toronto Press on the relationship between the Canadian Charter and administrative law. Additionally, she conducted crucial research for the Office of the Judge Advocate General, which will inform the office's approaches to military justice. And beyond academics, Gwyneth offered guidance and support by mentoring first-year students and volunteering with Student Legal Aid. She also found an international virtual book club for women during the pandemic and performed with the Pro Cora, a professional chamber choir. After graduation, she plans to complete her articles at Field Law, followed by a clerkship with the Alberta Court of Appeal in 2025. Congratulations, Gwyneth. Congratulations. Well done.
Michaela Ackerman. Araj Azaz Ahmed. Ama Amawi Edu. Alexander Edward Akiki. Rebecca Alexander. Caitlin Ashley Anderson. Zoe Davina Elizabeth Anderson. Tai Pandoyus Van Panayotis Andreu. Alicia May Bailey. Liam David Barnes with distinction. Rory Baker. Jaden Scott Forster Bateman. Isaac Patrick Belland with distinction. Alex Stephan Bear Besco. Rahul Bhutani with distinction. Cole Milan Bogdanovich with distinction. Jenna Rachel Brackman. Michael Douglas Bradley with distinction. Olivia Sienna Broche with distinction. Devin Ray Hans Buffalo. Riley Rose Bushell with distinction. Nicholas John Butler Spears. Courtney Lee Camp. Brendan Coleman Campbell. Sophie Aurelia Cannon. Michael Christ with distinction. Marley Dawn Christian with distinction. Colleen Copley. Dylan James Curl with distinction. Braden Kyle Davis. Alana Marie de Colby. Anna de Corby. Isaiah James Dirksen. Serena Dosange. Ina Demoriak Timashov. Graduating for two today, Julia Dawn Vasiliki Edwards with distinction. Alexander Thomas Ferris. Rianne Faye Fauché. Connor Stephen Fitchie with distinction. George Nicholas Gagnon. Roscoe G. Max James Gerlach. Paige Bronwyn Grattan. Marcy Gray with distinction. Jimmy Wu Gu. Jin Go. Ahmed Haroun. Crystal Hayden. Krishi Menvanti Hediarachi. Karen Kanyan Ho. Jacob Charles Holloway. Lily Jane Howard. Anissa Faiza Hussein. Cassidy Jiang. Shelby Lane Johnson. Skylar Van Johnson. Chris Junn. Ryder Joseph Call with distinction. Lauren Kelly. J. Blake Kohler. Ben Joseph Krywoken. Dennis Kurt Cookerts. Celeste Kwok. Erwin Kwok. Janae Rachel Lynn Lake. Courtney Marcille Lamb with distinction. Kendra Gail Larson with distinction. Austin Russell Leask. Grace Lowe. Savannah Jean Luke. Jillian Mary Lunt. Chloe Michelle Linz. Robin Lee MacDonald. Sky Echo MacDonald. Shannon Dessa McNamara with distinction. Hamza Abdelwaham Mandur. Ryan Marks. Jessica Marple. Sadia Mim Masood. Aidan McClelland with distinction. Brady Thomas McDonald. Tovali Dara McDonald with distinction. Jeffrey Alexander McCrae. Shahil Ahmed Menai. Blake Winter Miller with distinction. Jordan Alexander Murray with distinction. Ty Douglas Nakano. Eli Corey Nanninga with distinction. Jonathan Harry Ortlieb. Jacob Harry Oshry. Tom Park. Tina Pashutan with distinction. Nicole Lynn Pecharski with distinction. Brett Phillips. Ali Emily Quigley. Stephen Edward Rates with distinction. Megan Claire Ratey. Sarah Ryderick. Seth Running. Bailey Jean Ryan. Kirsten Marion Sampson with distinction. Matei Sasu. Recipient of a Judge's Bronze Medal, Andrew Sawyers with distinction. Kenny Joseph Shiwi. Nadia Shaban with distinction. Brennan James Shepard with distinction. Manit Kaur Sidhu. Kurt Soderstrom with distinction. Jonathan James Sokolowski. Michael Solomon with distinction. Laura Diane Sopraniak with distinction. Hannah Susan Springall. Vivian Stefanik. Connor James Stiles. Emma Catriona Sterling with distinction. Lauren Stiles with distinction. Tina Tai. Recipient of a George Bly O'Connor Silver Medal in Law, Taylor Emmy Tai. With distinction. Becky Thera. Luke Peter Casey Van Bostelen. Alex Verhan with distinction. Daime Vetsosi. Toby Frieda Vicar with distinction. Caitlin Grace Vitechuk. Emily Marie Wagner. Siobhan Julia Marie Washburn. Cameron Lene Wiest with distinction. Also graduating for 2, Talia Francis Wilson with distinction. Dimna Nishadi Withanachi. Ying Nai Yu. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Vikas Malhotra and Professor Ali Shiri, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Business and the Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies. For the degree of Master of Business Administration, Fehi Abatan. Afraz Ahmad. Sal Ali Dust. Paul Amatowit. Yang Chong Ang. Kyle Riley Bartkus. Kelly Brooke Bennett. Laura Bruno. Nikki Lok-Yi Cha. Nadim Chin. Lakwinder Singh Johan. Dareen Modupe Florence Combe. Pei Fang Kao. Jiming Bian. Ning Chang. Ji Zhu. Graham Richard Sean Craig. Matt Wildy Dallaire. Matthew Paul Damer. Jared Norman David. Also receiving a Master of Engineering, Riley Dawson. Laura Ksenia Duff. Sami El Hanawi. Remal El Sheikh. Nana Cynthia Etudor. Dea Hagos Gebroahad. Deepak Gupta. Ling Yi Hao. Jordan Russell Harris. Wei Qing Fang. Joshua James Fisher. Xiaojie Guan. Maxwell Stevenson Harrison. Carolyn Hauka. Yi Luen Ha. Nathaniel James Holden. Dong Hu. Wenfu Huang. Olubenga Samuel Ibekunle. Hariharan Jagadisan. Yash Jain. Simran Kaulam. Basneet Kaur. Nasaran Havardi Langandori. Gandodi. Valet Praful Kont. Jamais Jin. Kate Kirk. Alan Lau. Linus Lee. Romy Levin. Jia Liu. Vincent Lowe. Sunway Lu. Another young person graduating, Natalia Mack. Rachelle Madsen. Justin Daniel Ma. Bola Emmanuel Macanjola. Giselle Marie Ama Martinez. Ella Frances Eva Maslowski. Christopher William McCollum. Man Lee. and in a beautiful dress, accompanied by her mother, Rebecca Lee McKay. That is to say, the mother is graduating. Michael Sean McMurtry. Scott McNeil. Jason Timothy Sean Mills. Rajdeep Mukherjee. Palash Mukhopadhyay. Amber Diana Miles. Julia Lane Newman. Mohamedou Ibrahim Nias. Jyoti Kaur Nijam. Eve Noga. Sharon Nuruzi. Lowen Mary Ong. Christopher Douglas Otto. Morali Pai. Dhruv Rakesh Kumar Patel. Natasha Amelia Rose Pearson. Daniel Andres Perez Alcantara. Andrea Louise Petrick. Brian Anthony Rapati. Ravijot Singh. Christiana Joy Ritzma. Eduardo Noé Rodriguez Martinez. Farzaneh Saper. Nahid Sheikh. Harkirat Singh. Archit Singhal. Cameron Grant Shervey. Gillian Diane Marie Slamko. Kristen Taylor Smart. Anna-May Saint-Armand. Christina Julianne Fung Stefanik. Lindsay Emily Stewart. Aravind Subramani. Toyin Joshua Taiwo. Anna May Tang, sorry. Simona Tedorescu. Aaron James Thiessen. Rashim Ved. Anmol Singh Virk. Olowashkan Ojiteid Taleo, Walter Keshinro. Chunyan Wang. Stephanie Marcella Winata. Nat Vong. Yat Leo Wang. Ping Shu. Guanpang Zhou. Jun Zhou. Jing Chu. Chineza Dimitria Maputsa Zinyema. Ying Ying Zhou.
Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Master of Financial Management, Wan Chan. Donghua Guo. Yixian He. Jie Huang. Ting Jiang. Zhang Yang. Hyung Yang. Hongxia Li. Sihua Li. Jen Li. Fengxian Li. Shujie Lin. Ta Qin. Li Wan Shen. Shua Tao. Jingting Wu. Shengwei Xiao. Bo Yu. Fengdan Yuan. Xiaoman Zhang. Cheng Zhu. Hong Zhu. Yu Zhu. Minghao Zhang. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Angela Beduza and Professor Ali Shiri, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Kinesiology, Sport and Recreation, and Faculty of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies. For the degree of Philosophy, Helene Jorgensen. Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Arts, Jill Marie Gaynor. Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Science, Spencer James Allen. Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Master of Coaching, Brianna Nicole Horton. Mattia Tagliarini. Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of Professor Angela Beduza, I present the following graduates for degrees in the Faculty of Kinesiology, Sport and Recreation. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology, also receiving the University of Alberta Alumni Medal in Kinesiology, Sport and Recreation, Jane Elizabeth Hopkins, with distinction.
Jane Hopkins is this year's recipient of the University of Alberta Alumni Medal in Kinesiology, Sport and Recreation, awarded by the faculty to its most outstanding graduating student. The medal is donated annually by the University of Alberta Alumni Association in recognition of academic excellence in kinesiology, sport and recreation. And throughout her degree program, Jane worked as in an anatomy lab, dissecting cadavers. This is what really threw me off. You're brave. And she was also a research assistant in a biomechanics lab studying hip movement in squats and various stance widths. She presented a poster at the U of A 2024 Festival of Undergraduate Research and Creative Activities, and the study abstract was accepted into the Canadian Society of Biomechanics Conference, where she will present later this summer. Outside her studies, Jane tutored elementary school students through the Help Young Minds. She was also a part of the Humanity First Club on campus, planning events that raised money for local and global causes. She also pursued her love of soccer throughout university, which allowed her to connect with peers and the campus community. Congratulations, Jane. Congratulations.
Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Bachelor of Kinesiology, Tommy Faluso Adeboale, with distinction. Seth Ball. Alenia Alisa Bardaki, with distinction. John Daniel Ramos Bernardo. Emma Barrett. Tiana Jo Burns Blackier. Ethan Kevin Blankhorn. Ryan Timothy Breen. Samantha Laura Elizabeth Brown. Nick Alexander Brzezicki, with distinction. Danny Yong Chai. Tate Waylon Clifford. Lucas Brian DeWald. Tyler Zachary Dobish. Jenna Francis Drini. Sophia Rose Eskrich. Kylie Rachel Ewan-Chishin. Adele Renee Falkenberg with distinction. Skylar Ray Furchoff. Jenna Faith Froze with distinction. Jordan James Gaynor. Mackenzie Aless Giroux with distinction. Lindsay Anderson Gray. Rowan Grimshaw with distinction. Aaron Hansen. Peyton Nina Catherine Harty with distinction. Brooke Jacqueline Hebert. Alana Maisie Hickey with distinction. Caitlin Jewel Hickey with distinction. Liam Melvin Hines. Also receiving a certificate in interdisciplinary leadership studies, Alexander Hicks. Jae-Ming Hao with distinction. Hannah Annette Howard. Natalia Isabella Howitt. Jaden Vom. Tanya Estefania Ibera Solis. Kyle Imperial with distinction. Caitlin Aubrey Johnson. Also receiving a research certificate in kinesiology, Paris Amelia Tyndall Jones with distinction. Uliana Karakoshan with distinction. Nicoletta Margarita Kavgadulis. Genevieve Alice Klachuk with distinction. Callista Dorothy Nappet. Lena Kohler. Eric Simon Kortbeek. Elizaveta Elenishna Kulik. Megan Lynn LaFrance with distinction. Haley Megan Lakaduke. Aidan Lee with distinction. Matthias Jason Letwin. Trey Lindstrom with distinction. Laura Liu with distinction. Sohail Makiabadi with distinction. Josh Ignatius Manigo with distinction. Kate Grace Manning. Lauren Eva McDowell with distinction. Courtney Renee McInnes. Maya Brianne Millsap. Sarah Jamie Morrison. Mark Andrew Morcher. Beth Matilda Nora Moulin. Alyssa Brooke Musica with distinction. Amanda Elizabeth Matrinek with distinction. Abby Josephine Needham with distinction. Kai Christopher Newen. April Dawn O'Neill with distinction. Laura Jane Osuchoff with distinction. Julia Lynn Oshawi. Ben Pan. Mikey Pang. Noel Hunter Paradosky with distinction. Frank Chanil Park with distinction. Dana Claire Perry. Michelle Fung. Kelvin. Justina Rurika Schultz with distinction. Danielle Jennifer Shepard. Alexis Kennedy Shields with distinction. Nathan Simpson with distinction. Morgan Emily Smith. Rory Elizabeth Sadler with distinction. Rohail Tariq. Abigail Reed Teamstra with distinction. Lauren Taylor Ann Tremblay with distinction. Dennis Trung. Sebastian Andres Vasquez. Paris Volek. Also receiving a certificate in international learning, Trinity Suk-Yi Wag with distinction. Deirdre Louise Weens. I'll make it fancy. Jordan Robert Wilson. Caitlin Claire Wilson. Samantha Ray Woodkovich. Muyao Yu with distinction. Mark Douglas Zachary. Eminent Chancellor for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology. Also receiving a research certificate in kinesiology, Jada Fawn Poole Albrechtsen with distinction. Iman Mahmoud Emery with distinction. Angelia Amorim with distinction. Tyrone Ma Bacchus with distinction. Josh Joseph Bentley with distinction. Jacob Cole Bisondat with distinction. Nicole Ann Blair with distinction. Mackenzie Hunter Buchanan with distinction. Also receiving a research certificate in kinesiology, Naomi Maureen Caulfield with distinction. Hugo Chan. Kevin Emmanuel Chong with distinction. Chetpal Singh Clare. Olivia Grace Cooper with distinction. Cassia Jaden Chulo with distinction. Dustin Frank Joseph DeBrule with distinction. Sean Cameron Hamilton. Olivia Danielle Harris with distinction. Serene Shang Shu-hee with distinction. Jaylene Taylor Hills with distinction. Claire Emily Hopkins with distinction. Regan Davis Hurlbert with distinction. Anmol Andrew John with distinction. Billy Johnstone with distinction. Joshua Joy with distinction. Zain Khan Afridi. Also receiving a research certificate in kinesiology, Emma Cecilia Klein with distinction. Caden Nicholas Larocque with distinction. Kiera Arden Liang. Megan Caroline Lindahl. Shelby Shea Marchand with distinction. Chelsea Eleanor McKinnon Marco with distinction. John Eli Geronimo Mendoza. Loren Sophia Mertens with distinction. Also receiving a certificate in Indigenous Sport and Recreation, Teresa No with distinction. Also receiving a certificate in International Learning, Dorothea Niehoff with distinction. Deborah Olawatuminu Okasanya with distinction. Also receiving a research certificate in kinesiology, Rebecca Marie Pallister. Carmen Elizabeth Patterson with distinction. Aliyah Hani Rabi with distinction. Johnson Imani Rajubo. Abby Regarum with distinction. Shelby Lee Schmidt with distinction. Nika Florence Sael Miyashita. Rajat Krishan Shandal with distinction. Jewel Lynn Shuchuk with distinction. Losan Shishani with distinction. Madison Grace St. Louis with distinction. Laura Leanne Stalzer. Abigail Faith Stormer with distinction. Mohammed Saud Tabani. Nicholas Adam Toth with distinction. Madison Elise Wall with distinction. Megan Madeline Williams with distinction. Patrick Zakai Liu Chang with distinction. Crystal Yuhang Zhao with distinction. Eminent Chancellor, for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Recreation, Sport, and Tourism, Charis Oluwatufunmi Edelfolaren. Janelle Marie Amiot. Monica Nicole Bork. Brendan Cardinal Ford. Siyuan Cheng. Jessica Nicole DeHogue. Haley Dawn Gruninger. Micah Ashley James, with distinction. Also receiving a certificate in Indigenous Sport and Recreation, Donna Laurie Johns. Chelsea Coton, with distinction. Tatiana Agnetha Mumquist, with distinction. Laura Megan McCann, with distinction. Dhruvi P. Patel. Brooke Alexis Ruskowski, with distinction. Luke Johannes Tolinar. And Haley Grace Tugis.
Eminent Chancellor, on behalf of the faculties, I present to you the remaining scholars whose names appear in the convocation program but who are not in attendance.
So to our graduates, you made it, and to family and friends, I think this moment merits a standing ovation. So please join me. And to our graduates, I think there's another group in the auditorium that also merits a standing ovation. So I suggest let's turn around and express your thanks to your family and friends who sustained you through this journey. Now, please be seated. And so before we turn to the final part of today's ceremony, I just want to acknowledge Dean Billingsley, who is now completing her term as Dean of Law. And so I want to please join me in expressing our appreciation to Dean Billingsley for her service. Well, a standing ovation from your graduating class. You can't do any better than that. Thank you. And so, before you're formally welcomed into the University of Alberta Alumni Association, I invite you to watch the screens for the presentation of a special video montage. And the song that accompanies the video, Je te retrouve, or I Remember You, was commissioned by Campus Saint-Jean in 2008 in honor of the university's centenary. I think it captures some of the hopefulness and potential of days spent at the university, and I hope it will spark many of your own memories of your time here. The song is also a display of many of U of A's talents. It was composed by Professor Emeritus and honorary degree recipient, Dr. France Levessa-Ouimet, and was arranged by U of A alumnus, Dr. Alan Bevan. And the recording is performed by Karel Saint-Jean under the direction of Laurier Fagnon, and I have to tell you, it never fails to bring a tear to my eye. I love this video. I think you're going to love it too. Thank you.
Chancellor Garrity, President Flanagan, to the graduating class of 2024, you have shown incredible resiliency, drive, and determination to be here today. Congratulations and welcome. My name is Kathy Allen, and I graduated from the University of Alberta in 1999 from the Faculty of Graduate Studies. It is my honor to congratulate you on becoming a U of A alumnus and to officially welcome you to our alumni family. We are more than 300,000 strong, living in some 140 countries around the world. We are a supportive, proud, diverse, global network collectively making extraordinary contributions to the alumni community, the university, and for the public good. Together, we are change makers, community builders, and world shapers. Throughout the history of the university, our world has faced many challenges, but when we stand together, we generate the solutions that will make us healthier, safer, stronger, and more just. We will always be seeking, always be challenging, and most of all, always be leading. Like our university, our alumni lead with purpose. Congratulations and best wishes in all your future endeavors. Thank you.
In closing, I'd like to offer a few words of thanks. To Dr. Catherine Bell, thanks once again for sharing your story and your wisdom with our university family. Thank you. I also wish to thank our talented vocalist, Erin Sellin, and our outstanding Convocation band under the direction of Dr. Thomas Dust. They're over there. Not surprisingly, there is a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes to organize these convocation ceremonies. So I'd like to acknowledge the hard work of the staff of the Office of the Registrar and the Office of the Senate for their organization of today's event. Thank you. I'm pleased to invite everyone to extend your congratulations to the graduating class following the ceremony. There's some space over there if you'd like to take photos, and as long as the sun's shining outside, I think the parks look beautiful, and the Students' Union patio, I think, is open. As this is my last convocation as Chancellor, I want to extend a special thanks to all of you, to the board, the faculty, staff, and administration, and especially to the students for the truly memorable gift of serving as the university's Chancellor. I am overwhelmed with gratitude for the 4 years I've spent as Chancellor. It has reaffirmed my strong belief that despite the complexities of the university and the trials that we have faced, it truly is an amazing place. Together, the people at our university define the future of our province and our country. We prepare the leaders of tomorrow. We're a place of ideas, conversations, and debates. We discover things that change the world and make it a better place. And making our world a better place is perhaps more urgent than ever. In his book, Story Messenger, Neil deGrasse Tyson, he's an American astrophysicist, author, and science communicator, he says, and I quote, "People no longer know who or what to trust. We sow hatred of others fueled by what we think is true or what we want to be true without regard to what is true. We're quick with acts of aggression and slow with acts of kindness." All of us here today, and especially all of you who are graduating here today, have the opportunity and I will say a responsibility to change that, to uphold the university's commitment to pursue whatsoever things are true, to believe that better things are possible and to do everything to make it so, to open our minds and our hearts to those with different perspectives, different beliefs, and different ways of being and knowing, and close our eyes and our minds to untruths, to conspiracies, to propaganda, whatever its source. And most importantly, to be quick with acts of kindness and slow with acts of aggression. People repeatedly ask me what's the best part of being the Chancellor, and my unequivocal answer is always Convocation. Because all of you graduating today reflect our university's purpose: to pursue the truth, to search, discuss, and debate, and to inspire hope. Hope especially in all of our students that there are better paths forward. Seeing our graduates today and congratulating each of you as you cross the stage fills me with hope, with inspiration and confidence that the future is in good hands. Your convocation today symbolizes what we can achieve together, how we can uplift the whole people, how we can continue to explore, and more importantly, how we can steadfastly pursue the truth. All of that is possible when we unleash the creativity, energy, ideas, and compassion of the students who are graduating today and will lead the way for tomorrow. As you graduate today, I hope you remember that you are leaving our university not only with a degree, but with the opportunity and the responsibility to do everything you can to make our families, our communities, and the world a better place. And we're counting on you to do that. I hope you feel incredibly proud of what you've accomplished in your years at our university. In turn, we are incredibly proud of you, our newest graduates. Whatever path you choose, I can assure you that the University of Alberta will be here, cheering you on from the sidelines as each of you pursues your next hopes and dreams. Thank you so much for all the work that you've done and the work that I know you will do in the future. Thanks. Enjoy the rest of the celebration.